Hello everyone. Today again with the second video in the series, non-traditional areas of practice. So we have got a very learned, experienced personality with us, that is CA Rajkumar Adukia ji with us. And today we are going to ask him questions on the non-traditional areas of practice. So welcome you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Greetings from CA Dr. Rajkumar Adukia to every listener.
Thank you, sir. Sir, today my first question is, as a CA in practice, which was the most unconventional area when you started practicing?
Yeah, I started my practice on 1st July 1984. I qualified in 1983 and then worked with my mentor S.V. Gatalia ji, where I did my Article C. So when I started practice, I found that work in income tax audit was not available because every member can do from day one, maybe 1,000 crore financial statement one can audit and sign. So I started practicing in a non-traditional area. Like that time, there was a SSI registration, which was happening at the district office. Then Director General of Technical Development Registration. So that was happening, that is like a medium scale industries and the licenses for large scale industries. Then I started practicing on how to do export because that was very less practice. So the one who is selling in domestic market, how one can sell at overseas, because this we learn from marginal costing. Any one additional sale will give a profit equal to sales minus variable cost. So I started practicing in IPR. I appeared for a trademark examination as a chartered accountant, and I got trademark agent registration. And I may have done more than 2,000 trademark registration in my period.
Amazing journey, sir. Amazing. And my next, in the past 5 years, what are the new unconventional practice areas that CAs are exploring?
In last 5 years, see, the practice area has become so dynamic that they are changing every 6 months because the economic is changing. There is a word called VUCA word, volatile, uncertain. So in last 5 years, it is more of a startups, MSME, technology, because the use of technology has started. So cyber security, IPR practice, because now the intellectual property right has a lot of significance when we scale up. Funding, private equity. So the whole, the export and in services, so many areas have been started, how we can increase the internal control, because the fraud has started increasing, as we see in various organizations. So these are the areas which have taken a leap bound and they are growing by exponentially.
Sir, I would like to hear from you, like from all these areas which you have suggested, suggest top 3 areas of practice which is growing very fast.
The one area is, I would like to say about cyber field. So somebody becoming familiar with artificial intelligence, data analytics, cyber security, and digital forensics. And I would like to say that there is no rocket science. We have to remove from our mind that I'm not a computer engineer. The biggest skill of ours is, I always say, professional skepticism. In our audit science, professional skepticism means inquiring attitude. How I can save the cost, whether this is required or this can be removed, redundant. So that is one area. Second area, I feel every one of us, we should jump at that area, that is called mediation. Mediation is one part of, 4 areas we call ADR. ADR means alternate dispute resolution. So alternate dispute resolution starts with negotiation. That means there is no third person. The two parties who have a difference of opinion or a dispute, they will negotiate so say Dipti has to recover 1 crore from me. I will tell her you take 90 lakhs. She will say no, 90 is too less. I'll take 95 lakhs and we may reach at a figure of 94 lakhs. So that is negotiation. Two of us, we have negotiated. The second is mediation. Mediation is where there is a professional like a chartered accountant who advises both sides. So that mediator will advise Dipti that please take 94 lakhs, otherwise you will lose 1 crore. And to me, the advice will be that if she go to a court, perhaps instead of 1 crore, you may be paying 5 crore. She will ask for the penalty, compensation. So mediator's job is to advise both sides. He does not take a decision. Decision is taken by the parties who are having difference of opinion or dispute. Third is conciliation. We have a small act. There are no rules. The Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. And in part 3, there are 21 sections, 61 to 81 is conciliation. And fourth is arbitration. So there are panels, international panels, national panels, where we can empanel ourselves as an arbitrator. I may have been empaneled with more than 50 organizations. So this is one area. The internal control in our blood is a professional skepticism. Sometimes, I ask my wife where she has gone and what she did. So I'm not doubting her integrity, but in my blood, there is an inquiring attitude. That means everything cannot be accepted at face value. So we are very good in cost reduction, internal control, risk management. And the corporate governance is one area, because corporate governance means good management. It is a misnomer that corporate governance means connected with company. No, corporate governance is in a cooperative society. Corporate governance is in the charitable trust. Corporate governance is in the sole proprietorship, in the partnership, in LLP, in HUF, any form of business organization where business is done or a known business is done. Like in Tirupati Devasthanam, we need a corporate governance. How much donation is going, whether fraud is happening. In Shirdi Sai Baba temple, we need a corporate governance. So corporate governance is a very tool which is required in each form of organization. Similarly, the areas which has not been traveled, forensic, because if suppose there is a fraud happened in an organization of 10 crore. Now, forensic investigator, I would like to use the word investigator rather than auditor. Forensic investigator, if he is able to get recovered 6 crore, 5 crore, it is a windfall for an organization because they had already lost 10 crores. So they will not mind paying 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs to the forensic investigator. So the skill set is easy, every fraudster leaves a red flag. यानी वो अपनी निशानी छोड़ के जाता है. And we are very expert as a chartered accountant to know that निशानी. जैसे कहते हैं ना चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका. So in forensic audit, we use the word red flag. So we have to look at the, where the light signal, there is a red, green, yellow. So where there is a red, you stop and find out whether we get a trace of a fraudster. So like this, there are many areas where, we chartered accountant can do miracle and change the world economy, change the country's economy.
Very Rightly said, sir, very rightly. We should open our minds. Connected with that,
Like parachute.
yes, yes. It should be like this because sky is the limit and we get stuck with the traditional ways of practice. So, related with that, my next question is we have heard this term virtual CFO. So, can you please enlighten us on virtual CFO?
Yes. See, this virtual CFO, I would say it has become a traditional area of practice. Now, what is virtual CFO? What is a CFO? CFO is a Chief Financial Officer. So the job of CFO is, to have a financial statements, to have a compliance of all laws in the organizations, to have a good corporate governance. All these skill, instead of an organization having a full-time paid employee, they should hire a chartered accountant who's a consultant or a practicing CA. So to an employee, they may be paying, say, 5 lakhs a month. A virtual CFO will do the same job maybe in 2 lakhs a month. So there is a win-win situation. Fourth habit of Stephen Covey book of 7 habits of highly effective people. But I would like to say we should become a virtual entrepreneur. That means the entrepreneur job is to increase top line, increase sales, and increase bottom line, increase net profit. We should become virtual export consultant, or we should become actual virtual export director of an organization. So there are 192 countries in the world. How the product or service can be exported to those countries and we earn in US dollar rather than in Indian rupees?
So how can CAs explore such profiles and grow? Like all the profiles which we have discussed.
CAC, in one of my video, I have talked about use of social media. Now, social media is not for only for family functions, putting a photo that I went to this restaurant. Each of our skill, we should use all available platforms. Quora, SlideShare, blog, Spotify, podcast, YouTube channel, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and pure sharing of knowledge. Because there are 3 clauses which disturbs us: clause 5, clause 6, clause 7, and which are internationally rightly so put. Clause 5, securing a professional work. Clause 6, soliciting professional work. Clause 7, advertising about that work. So please, if we share pure knowledge work, we can have our own newsletter, we can have a book. This becomes audit evidence. Like, what we do in our standards on auditing. So they will become like an audit evidence as a 500.
Okay. Right, sir. So code of ethics will also be taken into consideration by such means.
Yeah. That is the first thing. That is our goodwill. That is our image. But it is to be taken in a positive manner of compliance rather than a fear.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your wonderful views and knowledge with all our participants. Hope this video is going to be very useful for freshly qualified chartered accountant and also chartered accountants who have been in practice from years and those who want to establish their new practice. So they can think about the areas which they can explore and where the sky is the limit. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Again,
Dr. Rajkumar Adukia wants each member to fly in the sky.
Right, sir. So wait for, again, we'll come up with a new series of videos. Thank you very much. Stay tuned.